can't eat well on a tight budget. But baby, I said challenge accepted. With $25, I was able to create 50 meals for my family of 5. And no, we're not talking rice and beans. We're talking chicken, vegetables, burritos, all of that for $25. If you've been trying to save money on groceries without sacrificing flavor, I got you. Let me show you what I bought, how I planned it out, and how you can do the same thing too, even if your budget is tighter than mine. First things first, let's head to the store and get some groceries. All right, so let me break it down. I went into this knowing that I had to make every dollar stretch. Like, no playing around with this budget. I took $25, walked into the store with a plan, and came out with groceries to feed my family of 5 all of these meals you are about to see. Now, I wasn't buying anything fancy. I just went in there and bought my regular staple items. I focused on protein, veggies, and carbs. Here's my receipt. I spent a total of $25.90. Now, let's turn these groceries into meals. For the first meal, I made barbecue baked chicken, green beans, and Bush's baked beans, and it turned out so good, even my picky eater wanted seconds. So first, I started with this barbecue rub. 2 tablespoons of brown sugar, 1 teaspoon of kosher salt, a half teaspoon of white pepper, 2.5 teaspoons of chili powder, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, and a half teaspoon of cumin. This combo right here gives it that sweet and savory flavor. You ever bite into something and immediately start wiggling your toes or start humming? That's what this does. I remember the first time I tried making my own barbecue rub, I was so nervous, y'all, thinking that it had to be complicated. But y'all, I was over here measuring like I was on that show Chop. Now, I eyeball and vibe. That's the key. Get to know your spices like old friends. I pull that skin back and season under it too, because flavor should not stop at the surface. Seasoning under the skin is like
man,
killing
hold
your
on,
food.
man. Hold on. She my type of cookery. Not only do you season the skin, pull back that foreskin, baby. Yes, that needs to be seasoned too, for sure. Okay. I'm not gonna lie. It's just like, I know most of the people probably had Wingstop. You know what Wingstop is, okay? We know Wingstop only. And they don't even, they season outside, but not really. One of my favorite meals wings from Wingstop is the jalapeno, or what is it? The jalapeno marinade, whatever that is. But it's the sauce, right? And once you lick the sauce off, season it's, boy, it's like they took it out the package and said, here, fried it up and gave it to you type. So I love my chicken seasoned underneath and on top. That's where you're going to get the best seasoning. So shout out to her. And also, this is 50 meals, right? For $25. Okay, so when we're talking about we living in an economy where it's hard for meals in this, we seeing somebody in real time. She even showed the receipt. And she's not making she's making real good meals. And not only that, this is for your picky eaters too. There's a lot of picky eaters. She said her son is a picky eater, love the meal. So shout out to her. Okay? Shout out to her.
I love you. I want my family to taste that love with every bite. And yes, I always season with love, even if I'm cooking for people outside of my house. I'm placing these into the oven at 400 degrees.
The wings are called mango habanero. I don't know why. Yeah, mango habanero from Wingstop. That's what those are.
For 1 hour. Halfway through, I'm going to brush on some barbecue sauce. But listen, my daughter does not like barbecue sauce, so I'm going to leave a few of them plain for her. That's what I call love and compromise in a pan right there. Speaking of picky eaters, every mom has at least one. But here's what I've learned. It's okay to cook a little differently for your people. Food is personal. And trust me, even without sauce, that seasoning carries the whole meal. My husband and I grew up in an era where you either ate what was on that plate or you didn't eat at all. And y'all, we were sitting there for hours
Facts.
trying to swallow liver and Brussels sprouts. But I said, nope, not in my house. If my child don't like barbecue sauce, guess what? I'll leave a couple of pieces plain.
Shout out to her again, because I think most of us watching the video were raised in that type of home, okay? If you don't eat what's on your plate, you're not eating at all. For me, it was lima beans. Couldn't stand lima beans. Couldn't stand lima beans with a passion, okay? I will never forget it. I'm acting like I'm a 8-year-old child again. The memory PTSD on me. So shout out to her these days, taking your your kid to accountability that they're a picky eater. I guess it's really not their fault. But it's like I said, for her it's only barbecue sauce, but she eats the chicken. That's all that matters.
If broccoli makes them gag, I'll swap it for something they will eat. I'm not about to fight at the dinner table every night. The goal is to get them fed, full, and nourished, not traumatized by green beans. Feeding your family should feel like love, not a battle. And if that means tweaking the recipe a little, then that's what we gonna do. So I just flipped all of the chicken legs over and I'm gonna place barbecue on the other side. You wanna make sure you get barbecue sauce all over that chicken. Once I get sauce on all of the legs, these will go back into the oven for 15 minutes to finish cooking. Look at this chicken. Full of flavor. I heat up the baked beans, season the green beans, and toss in some leftover sausage from breakfast. Waste not, want not is my motto. And here it is, all plated up, enough to fill everyone's belly, and I still have 2 plates to freeze for later. So all together, there were a total of 7 plates with this meal. You know what day it is? It is Taco Tuesday, but we're switching it up with turkey burritos. I went with turkey instead of beef because it's cheaper, and once you season it, no one will know the difference. Now, let me tell you about the time I realized turkey could save my grocery budget. I was walking through the store watching ground beef prices skyrocket like these eggs, and then I saw turkey, a whole $3 cheaper, y'all. I figured, why not give it a shot? When you're feeding 5 mouths on a tight budget, it's the small switches or changes that add up, like subbing meat or stretching meals with rice, beans, or veggies. I always say budgeting isn't about sacrifice, it's about strategy. I already had a can of refried beans and tortillas, so if I had to repurchase them, this is how much they would cost. Now let's build these burritos. I layered them with refried beans, queso, turkey meat, and a little sour cream. Some got jalapenos just for the kick. When I started making these burritos, it wasn't even about being fancy. It was about survival. Feeding a family of 5 in this economy, y'all, it takes creativity, prayer, and a little seasoning. I remember standing in that grocery store aisle doing the math in my head, thinking, okay, if I buy this turkey meat, I already have burritos and refried beans at home. I can stretch this into something. And y'all, I did exactly that. I was able to make 22 burritos for less than what we spend on one fast food run. And the best part, my kids burritos love them, because even when the budget says no, I can still say I got you. That's the kind of love that goes into making these types of meals. And a trick for keeping them sealed, I added a little butter before putting them on the griddle. It acts like glue so they don't pop open when you go to flip them. You gotta add that butter before flipping these burritos. Don't skip it, friend. Not only does it help them stay sealed, it also gives it that golden brown crispy crust that tastes like a whole extra layer of flavor. It's like the difference between, oh, this is good, and okay, who made these? Trust me, the butter makes it better every time. The finished product, I have 22 golden burritos. This was enough to fill everyone's belly. I tried to include my husband's burritos in the count, but he had already started chewing, y'all. And I have enough meat left over to make 2 more burritos. Next on the menu is oven-baked chicken, green beans, corn, and roasted red potatoes. Now, for this dinner, I started with the red potatoes first because outside of the chicken, it's going to take the longest to cook. I'm going to roast half and fry half because in this house, we got preferences. And I try to make everyone happy when I can. Once I finish rinsing these, then I'm going to go ahead and cut them in half. This is how many I have left over to make a whole other meal, y'all. Moms and wives are really out here doing more with less every single day. Like, we'll stretch $1 so far. We always find a way to turn a little into a lot. Not because we have to be magicians. Y'all know we are not. But because because that's who we are as moms and wives. Whether it's making a full dinner out of pantry staples or figuring out how to make 5 people feel full on 1 pack of chicken, we do it without hesitation. And it's not just about feeding our families, it's about nourishing them. We want their bellies full and their hearts warm. We tweak recipes, cut corners where we can, and somehow still serve meals made with love. It's not always easy, and we don't always get the credit, but you best believe we're doing everything in our power to make sure our families are taken care of, because that's what we do as moms and wives. The seasonings are to taste. Now, the last time I followed a recipe online for roasted red potatoes, it didn't hit at all. They came out so spicy. So I'm going with what I know, which is garlic powder, smoked paprika, onion powder, and black pepper. I was going to use dried rosemary, but opted for chives instead because I'm going to do mine with sour cream and chives. That's the beauty of cooking to taste. You know exactly what tastes good to you and your family. Before I added the seasonings, I did pour a little olive oil, and this helps the seasoning stick to the potatoes. And I did taste it after mixing the potatoes up to make sure that it was to my liking. So you'll see me adding a little more extra seasonings to get it to that perfect flavor. I'm giving this a good mix to make sure the seasonings are well incorporated, and then these will go into the oven at 400 degrees for 1 hour. I poured a little olive oil on my chicken because it's the glue that helps everything stick. When it comes to seasoning, I used just about every single spice that I had in my spice cabinet, y'all. Seasoning chicken is like putting your signature on a meal. You can't just sprinkle salt and call it a day. I like to layer those flavors like garlic powder, onion powder, smoked paprika, a little Cajun seasoning. I also use adobo and some other seasonings. It was a lot, y'all. That flavor got to be in every bite, not just sitting on top looking cute. Can you believe that I found this whole bag of chicken for $4.70? Jovi's Smart Shop rotates these sales weekly. Like this week they'll have drumsticks and next week they'll do leg quarters, but every other week they have some type of sale on their chicken. Now, whenever they have these sales, I grab 2 to 3 bags because I can make these stretch into several meals. Now, I know everyone may not have a Jovi's Smart Shop because it is specific to Texas, and all stores don't have the same deals, but here's the trick. Check the markdown sections at your local grocery store, especially early in the morning or late in the evening when they're trying to clear out inventory. Now, don't
shout out, man. Listen, she's giving game. Like I know we've done a bunch of videos on how hard the economy is, and I've made some excuses like food is whatever. But when you see somebody in real time spend $25 and she's making all these meals, there's really nothing I can say. So she's teaching me she's teaching us, period, not just me. Okay, she's teaching us. Okay, we can't make no excuses. And I shop at Safeway because it's the closest store to me. I just found their markdown section, and it's a pretty nice section. 30% off, 50% off, because there's stuff they gotta get rid of. So, listen, you don't think I usually I'm just throwing in the basket, whatever. But listen, time is what it is, okay? I just happened to see a couple older ladies over there bent over a section that I never go to, and I seen the yellow tags and whatever. I'm like, man, so as soon as they left, I went over there. Oh, this is where they be getting it. Okay, this is how you make it stretch. 30% off, 30% off. Leg quarters, chicken wings, roast, you know what I'm saying? Turkey legs, chicken thighs. Oh yeah, I found my section. So she's giving free game. So shout out to my people that sent me the video and said they think this would be a great video for the channel, because we do videos of evictions and car repos and Section 8 and how hard it is to survive in this economy as of today. And 100,000 really ain't 100,000 no more. It's more like 50,000, right? So it's only right that we bring something to the table because they're all learning videos, where we can learn how to really go budget our money instead of being fast in the grocery store or not paying attention and not finding that section, that's the markdown section for everything, whether it's boxed food or poultry. They have it in the store, okay? And even getting back to couponing, okay? So shout out to her, man. I ain't gonna lie. And I like the way she's seasoned. Girl about to have me take my drawers off, okay? Because I love a good seasoned food. I mean, man, I love when shit too seasoned. I love that. I ain't gonna
Sleep
lie.
on store apps either because digital coupons really help. And if your store price matches, pull that up on your phone and get that discount. It's all about being flexible and knowing when to grab a deal. Study the sales cycle. A little patience and a sharp eye can turn $20 into a week's worth of meals. And in this
crazy.
economy, every little bit helps. There was actually enough chicken left over to marinate for tomorrow's meal. Now I'm using the mesquite marinade, so I did open up a second bag of chicken, washed it, and added a few pieces to the marinade bag. Now, how I make these legs stretch is I ration out the chicken. I know that 13 legs total is more than enough for my family. It allows everyone to eat at least 2 legs each, plus have some left over to make additional leftover plates. Now, what I'm going to do with the rest of this chicken is bag it up and use it for another meal. The sides that we're eating today were pretty simple. Green beans, corn, and then I am frying up the roasted red potatoes. Now, after eating all of this food, my family was full and I had leftovers for 2 more plates. Budget meals that feel like comfort food. That's the goal. And this is some of the food that was left over to make more plates.
Wow.
Next meal is mesquite chicken, stuffing, cranberry sauce, and corn. Now, since I prepped this chicken yesterday, all I have to do is lay it out and bake it. Easy dinners like this frees up so much time for me. Between work, school activities, and trying to squeeze in a moment of peace, dinners like this feel like a life hack. Just a few extra minutes of prep the day before means I'm not scrambling the next day. That's a gift to your peace of mind. You don't have to do everything at once, just one small step at a time. This is how dinner turned out. I did have enough left over to make 2 additional plates, so altogether we had a total of 7 meals. For the final meal, we're having chicken, black-eyed peas, and green beans. Listen, I know these meals are starting to look a little familiar, but when money is tight, the goal is to make sure everyone is full, not fancy. In this economy, I'm learning how to stretch a dollar even further than before because I was really stretching that dollar, but now I'm stretching it like nobody's business. Some weeks we may have to live off of rice and beans. I'm sure if it gets to that point, I will feel bad because they are so used to eating the way they eat. But you know what? My family is fed, they are loved, and they know their dad and I are doing our best. And that's what counts. It ain't about perfection, it's about provision. Today's chicken recipe is the same as the other day. They love that seasoned chicken so much, I made it again. Jordan told me that chicken tastes so good with Chick-fil-A sauce. And y'all know I had to give it a try, and he was right. It really did taste good with Chick-fil-A sauce. But they somehow found my secret stash and cleared it out, which means I need to go back and get some more and find a new hiding spot. Now, how many of y'all hide food from your family? I know it sounds like big back activity.
Big back, big back, big back, big back.
But sometimes when you are craving something, you don't want to have to go hunt for it, only to be disappointed when it's all gone. But y'all, these dinners have been amazing. My picky eater only eats chicken and fish, so this was right up her alley and mine because I only had to cook 1 meal instead of 2 all week. But you know, this challenge has shown me that with a little creativity and intention, we can do so much more than we think. And the best part, my family ate good. Full bellies, happy faces, and I stayed within budget. That is a win all around in my book. This wasn't just a cooking challenge. It was a reminder that we're built for this. Us mamas, we are built for this. We know how to stretch, flip, and remix a meal like it's nothing. So y'all, 50 meals.
Hold it before she goes there. Hold on. Listen, man, hey, we gotta check on our people's meepers before we finish this video, right? So get down in the comment section, baby. 1 through 10, let me know how you doing mentally, emotionally, energetically, physically, psychologically, and most importantly, spiritually. Tap down in the comment section, baby. All right, so I ain't gonna lie. There's no complaining as long as food in your belly, okay? The complaining gotta go away when it's hard out here. And like I said, this is not spam and what's those little weenie sausage things? This ain't that, even though spam, eggs, and rice is fire, okay? She's cooking real meals. Black eyed peas is one of my favorite beans ever. I love it. You really gotta, if you love chicken, you can't go wrong. If you love chicken, you cannot go wrong. And I'm a simple man. I can eat the same meal for a week or 2 weeks straight. That's just me. I know that ain't for everybody. I mean, you got some picky eaters that just don't want to do it, can't do it. Me, I can have tacos for a week. I can have burritos for a week. I can have chicken for a week. I can have spaghetti for a week. So I wouldn't have no issues with what she got going on here. And she's mixing it up. Chicken with this, chicken with that. It's just everything has a little different side dish, okay? But I ain't mad at her, man.
Remix a meal like it's nothing. So y'all, 50 meals, $25, real food, real love, and real results. Let's stop letting these price tags scare us out of the kitchen. We've got stories to tell, plates to fill, and families to feed. If you found this helpful, go ahead and hit the like button. And if you know someone who could use some grocery budget inspiration, go ahead and share this video with them. And if you are new here, I would love for you to become part of the family by hitting that subscribe button, because I do have more budget-friendly meals coming up. I also have grocery hauls and real life kitchen tips that will help you save money. And hey, drop a comment down below. What is your go-to meal when you want to eat good but on a tight budget? I am curious to know. Thanks for hanging out with me in the kitchen. Take care, stay safe, and I'll see you in the next one. Talk to you later. Bye.
All right, bet. Yeah, share this video. We sure are. My people share it to me to share with the rest of the family, the rest of the community. Okay, so that's what we're doing, because we can't make no excuses now about not having enough money and budgeting on a budget. Okay, we're budgeting on a budget. Okay, and how to stretch $25, 50 meals at $20. I wouldn't believe it unless I saw it. 50 meals for $20. I'd be like, yeah, right. The one ingredient gonna cost $25. But she showed the receipt and she showed the meal. Shout out to her. If you want to follow her channel, her name is Uniquely Tish. I will link it down in the first pinned comment. Go show her some love, because this is what we need in today's economy, is people that are out here showing people that it can be done. Because she definitely showed me. And if I can save some money and if I can stretch these meals to go longer and don't have to go to the grocery store as often, we're going to stretch the meals. We're going to freeze food. Leftovers ain't going to get wasted. I grew up in that type of era anyway. We don't waste no food, baby. I really have a hard time when I see people waste food. It's like something that was instilled in me not to waste food, because you never know where your next meal is going to come from. And if you work so hard to spend the money and the groceries are expensive, why are you throwing away food just because it's a day old? You know, spaghetti tastes the best when it's a day old. Are you crazy? Come on now, stop playing with me. But drop it in the comment section. Let me know. Do you budget like she? But I've never seen somebody $25 make 25 meals. Let me know if this helped you out. Let me know if you already on her type of time where you're able to make meals like this to stretch it out for your family. Or let me know that you learned something just like I did, where it can be done and there's no excuses, baby. We don't make no excuses. It's just what it is. Shout out to Uniquely Tish. If you want me to do more videos of hers, along with the lady that cleans the houses like you guys have put me on to, both of these people, Rosie Flatten and Uniquely Tish, and anybody else out there, follow me on Instagram, send me a DM, Fuush_ENT. Make sure you follow me on Facebook at Fuush. Make sure you come over to Twitch. We do live reactions. We have the most fun over there because we're reacting to these videos together and watching them like we're a big family, just watching it in the living room type. Twitch at Fuush. And if you want to see me throughout my day, what I'm doing outside of YouTube, follow me on Snapchat at Fuush. I like hanging out with my family. It's just that I like to do. Okay, we built one of the best communities on YouTube, now the best on Facebook, and the best on Twitch. Okay, that's just what it is. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go right there. I'm about to go look at $25 and see what I can make it stretch, man. I think I'm gonna hit Safeway tomorrow. And I mean, she's trying to, I like a challenge. I ain't gonna lie. So I might go challenge myself to see if I can budget like her. I'm gonna go see if I can get $25, or not get, if I can take $25 and hit that section that I found that the old lady was trying to keep away from me, and like not trying, you know what I'm saying? No, Shani, that's not nothing over here. I'm about to go take $25 and I'm about to see how much food I can actually buy in that section and using coupons, because I do have the Safeway app. Okay. I like this type of shit. I ain't gonna, because it's real. It's what we're really going through, and we like to bring each other up, and we like to help each other out and put people on game. That's what we're here to motivate and inspire, baby. It's your boy Fuush. I'm gonna catch you guys in the next video. Make sure you visit the website gla.vibe.com. Go get your merch, man. Best merch in the game. You look good for the summertime. I'm gonna catch y'all next one. I'm out this motherfucker. Gone.